If you are invested in the financial markets at the moment, chances are that you are losing quite a bit of money. I'm not going to lie, my portfolio is down quite a bit as well. It's definitely not the best feeling. A lot of people will make stupid financial mistakes, but not you, because in this video I'll share 8 tips that will help you survive the coming recession. A recession is a temporary economic decline, usually measured with the fall of GDP of 2 consecutive quarters. To explain this in an easy way, GDP is the gross domestic product, which is the simplest way or the most popular way to measure the growth of a certain economy. This just means it is the measurement of goods and services sold in that specific economy. Whether we are in an actual recession or a technical recession, or maybe we are still heading for a recession, it sure does feel like everything is going to shit. This affects each and every investor and each and every household because goods are more expensive because of inflation. Interest rates keeps rising and it seems like there's no slowing down at the moment. I would really like if you guys are willing to share your experience with the financial markets at the moment. Like I said, my portfolio is down quite a bit. I'm only up with my South African Rand portfolio. Let me know if you are up at the moment or maybe your portfolio is down quite a bit as well. Chances are that you are probably losing a bit of money. In this video, I just want to motivate you guys and give you a few tips that will help you to stay patient in these economic downturns. The first tip that I want to give you guys is to invest for cash flow. This means that we have the option to invest in companies that pays a quarterly dividend, which can help us generate cash during these downtimes. This just means this will offset the losses that we take on our portfolio, and at least we will sit with a certain amount of cash each and every quarter. We can decide what to do with this cash later, but it's always a good idea to invest in dividend stocks that has a really good track record and never stops paying a dividend. Some companies that I want to mention is like Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, even a company like McDonald's. Feel free to research a few of the best paying dividend stocks and this will give you a good idea where to start. Dividend stocks are king in times like these, and this will definitely help offset all of your losses. The extra cash always helps, and then you don't have to worry about panic selling, and this is basically what all the other investors are doing. The second tip, which is very important to remember, is to always remind yourself why you bought a certain stock. The best tip would be to buy damaged stocks and not damaged companies. There's a massive difference between the two, and this basically means we don't want to buy companies that has terrible financials, but sometimes what happens is that the stock price is not really reflecting what is happening with the company's financials. The stock price can fall, but it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the financial position of the company. And there's tons of companies where this is actually happening at the moment. If everything of the stock is exactly the same fundamentally, ask yourself the question, why would you sell in a recession? A damaged company is a company which has negative PE ratios and is literally drowning in debt and has no solid assets. So keep reminding yourself why you bought the stock in the first place, and when you have the opportunity, buy more of that damaged stock. Number 3 is to always keep a long-term mindset. I constantly try to remind myself to use the opportunity to buy more shares at a discount in companies that I love. This just gives me the opportunity to get a lower average share price, and in the long term I am convinced that that will double or triple my money if I stay patient. Having this mindset will completely change the way you look at market volatility. Just remember, it's definitely not easy. Having emotional intelligence is very important when investing in the financial markets. The fourth tip would be to diversify in different countries. A lot of investors are aware of diversification in different sectors like energy, financials, tech, and whatever. But imagine this, ask this question to yourself: if the US will fail tomorrow, will you be prepared, and will your portfolio be able to continue growing? Diversifying in different countries is a great and easy way to protect your portfolio from macro and microeconomic risks. 5 will be to buy defensive stocks. These are companies with stable earnings during economic downturns. This is usually like consumer staples, utility companies, or healthcare companies. They create products and services that people need and not only want. So they will always keep making money even if the economy is slowing down. I actually noticed during COVID that this was a great strategy to follow, because a lot of the consumer staple and healthcare companies really did very well during these awkward and unpredictable times. Number 6 would be to stop reacting to market noise. The fact is, there will always be market noise, and there's always this one guy that has the sky is falling mentality. It's important to remind yourself that these articles that we see online is just a marketing tactic, and the companies that is actually writing these articles are the only ones that are benefiting from these articles. With that said, I usually try to remind myself of the average returns of the S&P 500 over the past, let's say, 70 years, and that results to an average return of around 11%. So just remind yourself next time when you see something that kind of scares you, just remind yourself of the average returns of the S&P 500 over a long period of time. Number 7 would be to get rid of your actively managed mutual funds. If you are currently holding a mutual fund that is actively managed, I just want to remind you that even if your portfolio loses, let's say, 30%, I'll bet you that your manager will still take his 2% commission. Actively managed funds is not a very good way to protect yourself during economic downturns. I would advise you to get rid of your actively managed funds and maybe look at stuff like ETFs. Again, even if you are not making a cent on your portfolio, just remind yourself that your manager will still take his commission, and whether you are losing or making money, he will definitely be making money. Number 8 would be to stay away from highly leveraged companies. These are usually companies like American Airlines or Delta Airlines that really has a lot of liabilities. Short-term liabilities can be a massive destruction of companies if the company is not managed very well. Before you invest in a company, make sure to check the following ratios. First one will be debt to asset ratios, which is your debt divided by your assets. The second one is your debt to equity ratio, which is your debt divided by equity. Third one is debt to capital ratio, which is your total debt divided by your total debt plus total equity. The fourth one would be your debt divided by EBITDA, which is also known as earnings before income tax, depreciation, and amortization. And the last one would be your asset to equity ratio, which is your asset divided by your equity. These are ratios that we can use to determine whether a company is highly leveraged or not. And by using these ratios, this will help you to sort through all of the companies that really has bad financial statements. With that said, guys, I really hope this video helped you. If it did, please consider leaving a comment. Let me know which one of these tips you think will help you out the most. Personally, I feel a combination of all of them will really make a big difference in the way that we invest in a recession. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the love and support, and I'll see you guys next time.